of Global Supply Chain Excellence Summit. Okay. Now
Just,
let me.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Mr. I'm just sharing my email ID on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, definitely.
Note, and
so,
if they have any queries regarding the warehouse,
sure.
whether it's automation or digitalization or process improvement, they can send.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please take a screenshot or so. Reach out. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you, sir. So let me introduce our next speaker, Mr. Rajesh Selvam. Rajesh ji, hope you are there. So nice to see you again. Thank you very much. Good morning to you. Mr. Rajesh Selvam, he's talking about last mile transformation, the challenges, technologies, and solutions today. So Rajesh ji is an expert in supply chain with over 20 plus years of experience in 3PL logistics and distribution. He has led operations in Mahindra Logistics and Supreme SCS, driving large-scale transformations with strong expertise in project management and logistics optimizations. He built future-ready supply chains. So thank you, sir, for joining the session today. I'm very happy to see you again. Please go over to you.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. And Abdulji, thank you for the introduction. And thank you for giving this opportunity for me to address last mile transformation, challenges, technologies, and solutions. Let us understand first, everyone, what is last mile? Then we can go for the transformation, basically. Last mile, if you consider what it is a product to be delivered to a person, to a company, to a dealer, distributor for further usage or further marketing, further saleable things. That is what we consider as last mile delivery. If you go through in last mile deliveries, the variants are very, very high. You can understand the common nomenclature comes into place of B2B, B2C. And I would like to tell you in detail little bit so that we can go for the transformation, how it transformed, evolved, and it will ease our work to know. Correct. You can start the slide soon.
So you can share it from your side, Rajesh. You don't have? Very easy.
1 minute, because I'm traveling and I have connected through my mobile.
Yeah. Is it okay? No problem. No problem. Praveen, you can do so.
I share to Jyoti.
No problem. Yeah.
1 minute, sir. I'm just sharing.
No problem.
Yeah, meantime, I would like to give an introduction because the introduction of last mile delivery is very, very clear because what it is, the last mile delivery, the stakeholders who all are involved is basically the service providers, retailers, customers, and the technology suppliers. This all the involvement is there in the last mile delivery, basically. And I would like to emphasize because there are so many other elements are there. B2A, we should know because B2A normally we don't use as an abbreviation for the last mile delivery. B2B, we know business to business. B2C, we know business to customer. That is very, very easier and other things. But B2A is also there in last mile delivery, which goes specially for the government departments. Government departments in the names of tenders and documentations in terms of which is to and fro from both the sides, from government to the agency, agency to the government or the service provider. and especially to the BMCs, municipal corporations, ministries, and the government officials. This is called as B2A in abbreviations, very clear. B2B, we all know very well what is B2B, correct? B2B, in the sense, if you go through, this is business to business. In business to business, we know very well what we do at the moment and what we practice and see in the market currently, which is B2B. Very, very clearly, where we can specify how it goes to. Are you able to present? Hello? Abdulji, are you able to present from your side?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Jyoti. So can you share me the presentation, Jyoti? I'll just manage it. Just share me the presentation. I'll manage.
Yes, I shared you, sir.
Okay.
Please check.
Yeah. It is. 1 second. 1 second.
And B2C is basically business to customer. Business to customer in the sense, currently, if you go through the major juncture which is going is food deliveries, any product delivery which we are asking and that is coming directly to our home, that all are called as B2C. And B2D, which is directly to distributors, directly to dealers. And in a special case, I'll tell you, B2C comes in a form of software developers, according to the nomenclature. It directly goes to the software developer. Software developer means what all the involvement is there. Special involvements are for the delivery consideration of the software development, the software products, any software related items to the software developer people. Then B2E, if you go through, B2E is business to employees, which is again a soft code. This is not basically a sale product item, but I want to tell you the nomenclature. That's why I'm just explaining to you because you can understand very well in detail. This is basically used from the HR for nurturing the team, the employees basically for their things, and retainership they use for this. And B2F is especially for females, which is the business is very indicated one for females. Basically what the materials are coming, that is fashion, healthcare, and beauty products normally comes into, which is called as B2F. And B2G, again, B2G, if you consider, this goes to directly government. The first one is B2A is government officials, that is ministries, courts, municipal corporation, that comes into, but B2G is to government, especially for the military and law enforcement areas. So these are the things I thought, let me speak to you first that before we go to other elements of certain things. Next. This I already completed to them, because what is that and what are the stakeholders are involved have completed. Now, we have to understand how the development has been started. See, this is more important. The first development is a traditional courier which has started, very regular one, which started from the, can we go to the development over decades? Historical, if you go through, see, if you go through the things, how it has started prior to this. The traditional courier started, local messenger started. See, in earlier stage, during the barter system and during the need of hours, how it has happened through horses, through food travel. People used to go sell their products, and which is available in a common place, which is a city may be there, a region may be there, where the transmission of products happens. Then local messengers started. There is a small development come into place into last mile delivery, where there is a people started to go through bicycles, through two-wheelers, by walking to certain places, by carrying the letters and the small packages, and they started delivering to the communities, which started through commerce. Next one, if you go through, then the development. If we go through the postal services growth, which is very, very tremendous and high, how it has developed in 1600, that is in 17th century, India started its postal from East India Company. So through that, the things have started, the movements of letters have started, and in 1854, it with uniforms. And in 1877, parcel services started. 1877, you can imagine where we are now today, 2025. So how it is evolved in 1877, and currently postal is covering almost 1,50,000 post offices. 1,50,000 post offices which they have, and they are covering entirely with the parcel services and everything. See, what are the services they have? If you go through, they evolved into post, which they carry up to 30 kg, registered parcel, which they carry up to 20 kg, EMS, express mail service, which goes 100 countries with 35 kg services. So the involvement of postal services is very much appreciable, which we need to understand. And that is a pioneer one for e-com and last mile deliveries. But according to the need, according to the current way of working and the logistics requirement, they evolved very much, and they are covering at the moment 100 countries with 35 kg parcel services, which is called as EMS. And now we can go through the integration of transport network. So integration of transport network started from 2010 with the growth of startups, where the delivery, e-com express, shadow box, the people who came into place. And you can understand there are so many elements of food deliveries, Swiggy, Zomato, and other people who came into place. And there are business purposes compelled lot many innovations in the sectors. So you can understand so many things have started into place in e-com sector, which expanding to reach end to end. So that means everything can be delivered everywhere. That is what the transformation says in last mile delivery. Whatever you want, you can. And even in minutes, you can do the needful. The coverage is increasing day by day, day by day, day by day. And the involvement of transformation is very high in nature. Next, we go. Next slide. How the transformation trends are coming into place. See, we can go with the left side. The changes in customer expectation made the influence of delivery models. See what the customer expects. The customer expects very keenly faster delivery, speeder delivery. I need accurate delivery. And my real-time tracking is most important. I want to know when it is going to arrive, when it is going to derive, where it is, where the person delivery boy stands for. Can I call him? So that speed came into place. And transparent communication and proof of delivery. Today, proof of delivery is must. You can know. Password has started. So password comes into, OTP comes into, and people are giving the OTPs so that it can be delivered and it can be concluded. And there are signages comes into in e-way methodology, where you sign on the digital mode, which is confirming your things. Once the password or the code is completed, passcode is completed, then the delivery is completed. The passcode is known to whom? Only the person who is the recipient, who is ordered. So this all the changes in the customer expectation compelled in influencing of delivery models. So there where what it comes into innovative delivery models came into place. What is the innovative delivery models? Hyperlocal delivery, which is very, very keen at the moment. Hyperlocal deliveries are very high. Crowd-based deliveries are very high. Dark stores started. Micro fulfillment centers have started. You can order, check and collect. Drone deliveries have started. Reverse logistics have started. Temperature control deliveries have started. And things are there. Green deliveries have started. Small drop boxes and locker deliveries are started. So innovative delivery methods, what it compelled from the customer expectation as well as the transformation of need of research. Same day delivery, automated delivery, reshaping delivery. What it make end of the day? Customer satisfaction. If customer is satisfied, then the boom of e-commerce are going to increase a lot. That's why if you ask, according to the crowd, the e-com is having a good and brighter scope for your last mile delivery. So considering with this, there are so many transformations, so many companies are coming in place, so many working things are happening, and end-to-end transparency on real-time tracking, more reliable methodology. People are now don't go outside, they can sit into their place and they can order and they can deliver anywhere to anywhere. It doesn't mean it should come to your home, your place. You can deliver to anywhere. The presence are started in such a way, people doesn't go physically, they are not able to go physically, but they can do the present to the people. So this transformation of last mile delivery has reduced the gap of kilometers, reduced the gap of distance, and it made a pleasing personality of each and every human being to get connected with each other. Because the connection, individual connections are differing nowadays. Because earlier we used to physically meet, we used to connect, we used to share. Then next, phone started. Then video calls and mails and video calls have started. Then now a small packet of phone having all the sharings and elements. The e-commerce have developed and evolved in such a way, you can share your products also, whatever you wish to do, the needful from where to where, whatever according to the sourcings and availability of the things with the proper lead time. So lot of choices and chances are available at the moment in the basket. What you need to use and how you need to use. So the customer expectations are evolved and influenced the delivery models more and more, where the upcoming companies and the existing companies are dealing with mostly. Next is the challenges, basically, because the topic you know very well, last mile delivery transformation, challenges, innovations and solutions. We need to understand the challenges also. Even though all these evolvements have been happened and things are there in place, we can do, but then also customers are starting grumbling a little bit. My material is not reached on time. There are issues of some percentages. Yes, that makes the expectation problem, and that makes a problem into the things. And how and why it is happening. It's the next slide. So challenges into last mile deliveries, ask me, a traffic congestion that you should know very well. The traffic congestion is one of the major area where people are living and we need to reach to the last mile deliveries to give to them in hand, which is affecting entirely a time-bound deliveries. If I'm expecting to deliver by 11:30 some material, but unfortunately it got stuck and we get a message or we track and understand, oh, it may be delayed for half an hour, 1 hour. Sometimes it goes to 2-3 hours delay also. Unfortunately, sometimes it goes to next day because of traffic congestion, basically. And you are not able to satisfy the customer, or as a customer, we are not able to get satisfied with the services. Why? Because it's a huge problem is the traffic congestion, which makes a significant delays. And second one is the localization issues, the addressing and locational issues. Even though the Google makes a proper transformation of where we can reach and how to reach and other things, while going through the delivery boys are getting affected, how to reach and how to go. See, basically this comes into the areas where it is congested and the inner side. And we are not able to map, even though in the transformation of new technology also, the delivery boys do not able to locate the right spot, how to deliver and where to deliver. And the major affected areas are the boundaries of pin codes, where the segregation happens, or there are several road links to one location. This makes a huge issue in locating the address by the delivery boys. Then managing returns. The third one is the third challenges in the last mile deliveries, managing returns. So if you ask me how to manage the returns, the people sometimes, there are two elements here. Managing the returns, I will consider into two challenges. The challenges from the consumer, that is the customer, the challenges for the companies, those who are dealing into these products. So it should establish a proper streamline of process is required to collect. So you know very well, currently the same day you cannot return, with the same person you cannot return who is coming for delivery. His responsibility is to only deliver. He cannot collect even though he is not satisfied, or you might have received a wrong product, or you might have received a broken product. You are not satisfied with the product, but you cannot return to the same person. You have to again initiate in the system for delivery further, and you need to do the needful. Then the collections person will come and collect. And for the people, this one, for the companies, if you ask me, they have to keep this inventory properly. They need to understand. And nowadays, there are certain companies, those who are complaining for the products of clothes and other things, groceries. People are using and they are returning without removing the label also. It may be in some percentage, but that is a concern or challenges for either side, which I'm telling you. And this give a negative impact to the customers also, because we don't collect, person doesn't come in to collect the things faster. And where customer gets an improper experience, customer wants to go out. There's a time-bound collection where customer is not available. So that the daily collection boys comes for reverse logistics where he knocks, but he's not able to collect the product. And this happens into B2C. B2C is very, very dangerous, and where you are reaching to a customer directly at his home. So the sentimental approaches are very much important. How to approach, and you may be having good training with your people also, to the last mile delivery people, where the people are approaching, how they behave, how they dress, how they look like. It differs upon customer to customer, how they are reacting. And there may be some customer who they need to understand to manage with. There may be a crisis management, because you might have reached delay for delivery. He may be shouting on you. Customer may be shouting on you. How politely you are going to respond, reply, and delivering the product with sign off. That is most important. Next. Next is impact on route delivery routes. See, even though we are improved much more in the urban, there is a huge delivery routes changes, which makes the path of delivery little bit dense to population area, where we are not able to go and deliver properly. So which makes a customer dissatisfaction. And this one is the technical adoption. You may be making an explanation because here, how it can be a technical adoption can be a challenges. See, we are growing. So we have accepted the technical. We have adopted the technology such as GPS, route planning, software, which enhance the things, but again, which reduces the delivery times because the route mapping comes into place. The route mapping, example, the route mapping, I'll tell you. A person starts from A location to deliver up to G location, which is in sequence. He will not be delivering first to A location. He will be delivering to G location first, as he has to come along with the non-delivered products and non-accepted products directly where the people are not there. So he has to come back to the A location also, to the origin. So he will not start from A location, he will start from G location. So if he starts from G location, in the backward, if he comes, the last delivery will be happening at A locations. Because he has to come with the return products also, which is not delivered, which is attempted but not delivered. So technology adoption has been done. Then there is a route mapping comes into place in the technology adoption. The route is mapped in such a way how your return back methodology comes into back to back. The next is environmental concerns. The environmental concern is again contributes to pollutions, traffic issues in the urban improvements. And if you go through, a lot of people are seeking for greener solutions. They need a sustainable solution, they need a greener solution, but there are two different challenges. The customer challenges as well as the challenges for the companies. The challenges for the companies, if you ask me very clearly, if you want to adopt a greener solution, the cost is going to be a little bit high than the regular one. Is the people are adopting the cost then? No. Cost they need day by day low, but people want a greener solution. So there is a concern, there is an environmental issues comes into place, even though the companies have adopted greener solution and sustainable practices. Next. The major is here, the cost management. How to balance cost and efficiency. Because you want to do the speeder delivery, you want to do best delivery, you want to utilize your all the things. But to make the things, there is an investment comes into place into last mile deliveries, which optimizes your performances. Logistics performances very well. But you need to understand how to balance your cost and efficiency. Otherwise, what will happen? There are so many startups comes into place. Then in 2 years, 3 years, they are not available in the system or in the market. Why? Because they are adopting or they want to grab the market with a lower cost and their operational costs are very high and they are not able to sustain or manage in their future. The flow goes down and their margin goes down and they are not able to sustain themselves into the market. So balancing of cost is very, very important where there's a last mile delivery comes into. Why I'm telling to you, this need to be understood by the customer also. Because unless otherwise, if a person is giving in a lesser amount, is he going to sustain forever? Won't be possible. It is just like a mushroom which comes out. It cannot long last. And as an entrepreneur, as a company, balancing cost and efficiency is much and much more important. Handling cash on delivery is again a problem, a concern. Because it is easier to say, no, I can deliver, I can give the cash when the things are delivered to me. Even though UPS systems are there, net bankings are there, RTGS are there, so many other elements of transaction completion is there for cost for your deliveries. But again, cash on delivery, which gives a brand risk and operational complexity is improved, makes more and more. Because if a person goes for collection, a cash, he has to come and he has to surrender to his origin area. Where again, from the origin, either the person has to deposit to the banker Or there is a collection agency comes and he collects the cash with tallying the things, and then they go to the company. So there is a complexity comes into places. There is a process, huge process comes into place for managing the transactions, and there is a requirement of customer trust is also there. So handling cash delivery, people are handling. I'm not telling it is not being handled, but again, it's as a complexities. Next is the technical advancements. So this is a solution you can understand, because even though all the things are there, how we have improved in last mile deliveries. Route optimization. Earlier, route optimization we used to do manually with our knowledge and purpose. Currently, if you go through, there is an algorithm and AI which determines most efficient deliveries, how a person can deliver, and which are the parcels to be given which delivery boys, which minimizes the maximum delays and reducing fuel consumption, which I told you the cost one, where there is a cost can be reduced more and more by the last mile delivery people. There where this plays a vital role. And by speedy deliveries. The second one is autonomous delivery system, which comes into through drones and which comes into without human intervention, which increases deliveries majorly, reduces labor cost, and the process is improved a lot into this autonomous deliveries. Next one. Next slide. The GPS and mapping technologies helped us a lot. If you go through, a common person who's having a normal mobile, what he makes into place immediately, even though the route optimization is not been done through AI, what he does with the GPS and the mapping technologies, he immediately moves into place. And as he moves into place, you can understand one thing. With the API and live tracking and live updates of the events, the customer as well as the company knows very well where my delivery person or where my delivery boxes or where my particular AWB boxes are available. And through this GPS mapping, you can we have improved a lot into route mapping and planning and delivery accuracy, like this. And the technology plays very vital role in customer notifications. Live events are updated from where it moved, now where it is, in which hub it is there available, and what time slot it can come into place. So there are customer notification comes into, along with the OTP also. OTP comes into place, then the OTP can be shared and delivery is concluded. And which goes again with the SMS. See, this is here, and the email notification comes into either side. So API plays a vital role here. So that the event of each and every deliveries or each and every events can be really mapped and real time can be understood how the shipments are moving each and every time. Next one is, the next slide is integrated platforms. With a better ERP, as Mr. Pankaj said in the earlier session, earlier ERP people used to buy. Now people used to use. There's a huge transformation. Each and every company started using, and even the customers started using. That is more reliable scenario where, see, enterprise resource planning, which is called as ERP in short form, streamlined the operation and integrated much more the business processes, which reduce the gap. And better data analytical comes into place. How much my RTOs are there, how much my rejections are there, how much my damages are there, how much fake attempts came into place, what are the complaints are coming into place, how much delay in deliveries happened. So all these elements are coming through the ERP solution. Now, the next one is collaborative ecosystem. Collaborative ecosystem is what? It is an API collaborative ecosystem which leverages the partner more and more to know different stakeholders. Everybody is involved and everybody can know in their mobile or in their app what is going on, what I am into and where I am into. It is a mirror image for a person. For a delivery boy, it's a mirror image where I am, what I am into, how much I delivered. So how much is there? What is my time lag is there? Am I delayed? Am I proper? Even to the customer, it gives a mirror image. Even to the companies, it gives a mirror image. And to the service providers and everyone. That is why it says as different stakeholders. All separate people are involved into this and everybody is satisfied in this operational efficiencies. So this integrated platform played a very, very vital role and it makes a differentiations at the moment. So these all are the solutions, what I'm talking to. We have seen very clearly the challenges. Now we are thinking about and we are seeking about the solutions. What are the solutions are there where we can resolve the problems? Next one, next slide is solution for future outlook. Electric vehicles, yes, of course, which is very much important. Just a imagination. Every two-wheeler and every four-wheeler for the last mile deliveries have increased. So in this increased trend of people demanding the last mile delivery, the vehicles have increased. If all these vehicles are running through a regular fuel, which is diesel and petrol, what will be happening? There will be a CO2 issue in the air. So electric vehicles more important where our company is, our government company as well as the people have adopted more into electric vehicles. So that's why you may be seeing lot of different variety of electric vehicles, two-wheelers especially, and three-wheelers and four-wheelers have started coming into place with the different models and different shapes. Also, even the two-wheelers, we might be assuming in such a way, yeah, what type of vehicle this is running. So that way, the changes in electric vehicles have started. Through this, we can reduce a fuel dependency and we can deliver properly. Eco-friendly packaging. Eco-friendly packaging is important. So this is like how the materials of packaging can be utilized without plastic or without even paper boxes types, so that these packages can reduce the waste and environmental impact. That is more important, which we are things. And so that customer as well as people can be satisfied and the nation can be proper. Next is, next slide. The innovation in the last mile deliveries. So if you go through, micro fulfillment centers have increased a lot. So that time-bound deliveries, 10 minutes delivery, 20 minutes deliveries have started from various companies because of micro fulfillment centers and dark stores, which has been giving so many things. See, if there is anything is required, it can be ordered and you will be getting delivery in faster mode. Crowdsourced deliveries, where the dark store plays a very vital role. So deliveries are happening through faster mode. Drone deliveries, I already spoken to you, how the drone deliveries are coming into place and how it is improving and transforming the logistics. These three are very, very important, where you can understand what is going to change the micro fulfillment centers and crowdsourced deliveries. Crowdsourced deliveries, you can know this Zepto, Zomato, and all the people, or even Flipkart and other people are also coming into place with time-bound deliveries. They are providing the time through the dark store. It delivers with the speed. Whatever you want, you will be delivering. They will be delivered. Okay. Next slide is how government and regulatory supports. That is the next one. How the government and things are supporting. Government initiatives. If you go through, government play a vital role, very, very crucial role in promoting such sustainable logistics things. Through electric vehicle adoption, giving greener subsidies and solutions, tax incentives for the things, and having a favorable infrastructure for green transportation. So government has started so many policies, so many things. So that's why industry standards and compliance are increasing a lot. And there are good safety regulation, sustainability, environment regulations have started. Operational efficiency comes into place through this. So delivery can be with the eco model system, and we can be happier. Yes. And through this, I'm ending my session. And I would like to understand, Mr. Abdul, if there is any question or any clarification, anything is needed. And with a smaller time of 45 minutes, I tried my level best to cover in a faster mode. Yeah, Abdulji.
First of all, I was just watching the presentation so closely. You try to cover everything in a very nice explanation, especially the last mile strategies. Okay, so what you have explained very nicely. So what do you think the next 6 months to 1 year, 2 years, how this last mile deliveries are going to transform especially in the Indian context? What do you see,
Sir.
Rajesh?
So green products, which is electric vehicle and other things. Correct. That is B2B. If you ask me about B2C, which is basically directly goes to the customer, that is the one which is going to boom a lot. Boom a lot. So earlier there were 3 people were there on time-bound deliveries of 10 minutes delivery, 20 minutes delivery. If you ask me and if you surf and understand, and if you see at the localities, there are 9 to 12 people have started. I don't want to name it. So 9 to 12 people have already started into last mile deliveries, where there is a crowd-based delivery model, which we call in our terminology, which comes through dark store. Through the dark store, they keep the product, the material, with an assumption this will go, this will sell off. Oh, that is the risk. Either side we have to think of. A risk of a person who is keeping is in such a way, thinking Rajesh and Mr. Rahul will purchase this. And today, there is a fast-moving item may not be going tomorrow. There is a lifestyle, there is a life cycle is there, and there is a change in modernization is there, so product need to be returned. So that will be there, and there will be little bit time lag in understanding people's need. But this is going to increase a lot. This is the modernization where going to play a very bigger and vital role in B2C, especially.
So is it sustainable, like these last mile delivery approaches of crowd, the dark stores? Is it sustainable? Because it's going on. Everybody is using it, happy, and it is primarily now for the tier 1 cities. Maybe slowly it will go to the tier 2 cities as well. Okay, as we go on. Okay, I'm not sure whether is it a sustainable model and what is it? How
it is like
maybe it
sir,
will.
it is with joking. It is like a picture chalega kya. It is like whether this movie will have a blockbuster. That is how it is. It is with the people, because how, see, end of the day, it is a choice of people.
Yeah.
It is
So
not, I see, nobody can compel them to adopt.
Yeah. And I think it will consolidate at certain level. It will consolidate, and then it will stabilize
Yes.
there.
It will stabilize, but it will not wave off. It will not go out of market.
Yeah, no, it will be there.
Not go out.
People will be used to it, and
it may
it will
transform in different modes. It may transform in different modes. Today we are talking of crowd-based delivery model in this way, dark store. Tomorrow this can make into some other meaning, other ways and means also. Who knows dark store earlier? Nobody knows.
Correct.
But today everybody is talking about dark store.
It's not only about the product. It's even they are going for service also. Okay.
Correct.
So people need something, need help. So in one way or other, either it could be a product or service or whatever. I think this will evolve as we go on. So those skilled resources, they can do some job. I think they can sell their service no matter what they do. That's something which is great. So thank you, Rajesh Selvam ji. Thank you very much for insightful lecture. And ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand to Rajesh ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for joining into this session. And thank you, Abdul ji, again, once again, for giving this opportunity to you and your entire team. And I am very much obliged to.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if there is any question to Rajesh ji, please make sure you write in the chat. we try to connect Rajesh and make sure that your
You can
queries get
connect.
answered.
Anyone can connect through LinkedIn to me so that I can give the response to them in the message.
Yeah, and we'll post all these videos into the portal and share in a couple of days. So if somebody missed it, yeah, they can always watch it or maybe rewatch it. Okay, thank you, Rajesh.
Thank you once again to everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.